What we're going to talk, was I going to help you on the business aspect, or are we going to interview you so you can have content? What do you want to do?
Oh, I have, we could do the business aspect because I don't have any contacts yet. I got to figure everything out as far as, you know, like email blasts and.
Okay, let's.
Where do I get all that stuff?
What did you do? What have you done? And like, tell me through the experience. What's worked, what's not worked, and how can I help?
So I have, my website is done. I made it, oh my dog. Oh, hold on. I made it live so you can look at it. It's published. It's good. I do have free stuff in there like you suggested. There is a 1 hour, or no, a half hour free session, intake session that's on there. What else do I have?
What is that? Sounds like someone's dying in the background.
Oh, that's my dog. I'm sorry. He's chewing a ball.
Just chewing a ball. Okay, it's the dog chewing the ball. Okay.
I have several dogs. Well, he's chewing this.
Oh, okay.
That's the squeaky. Okay, go in the living room. I have one at daycare, one in the living room, two in the living room. So yeah, I have 3 dogs.
So you put in the free offer. So is that adding people to your list somehow using, what are you using, GoDaddy or MailChimp?
I have Squarespace.
Which one?
Squarespace. Hold on, let me turn off my microphone here.
Or just turn off the squeaky toy.
Yeah, hey, come here, give me the ball. Hold on a second. Come here, give me the ball.
So we get all the fun stuff here in Practice Masteries.
All right, go get something else. Okay, good. Yeah, so what were we just talking about? Oh, okay, so.
Squarespace.
Oh yeah, I'm using Squarespace.
So when they get your free report, they get added to your email list.
Yes. The
And then
analytics?
Huh?
What do you mean the free report?
So you said are you giving anything free? Do you have a free cooking guide or something free?
Oh, yeah. So I have a free consultation. It's a half-an-hour consultation and intake form.
But that's a big first step. You have a simpler first step of maybe like.
My cooking class is free.
Okay. But what happens if they don't want to go to the cooking class? I'm just throwing out something like, have you considered giving them, I don't know, you could give them that interview I did of you.
Yeah.
You could do that where you guys talk about your journey. You could give them a little PDF, something even simpler to get them going. I'm just giving you options here.
Okay. I do have from that I wrote off of my school. It is, hold on a minute. It's 10. Oh, did I just screw you up?
No, I'm here. I can still see you.
Okay. So I have, let's see, where is it? In here. I have, will you get out of here? Get away from me. I have, I can give them the fasting tips that I wrote.
It's something simple. The thing is when you do this, like let's talk about email. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of have a customer journey. And for you, it's one straight line, which is nice. So basically they'll get your free, they'll get your free email tips.
Yeah.
Then they'll maybe either participate in a free cooking class or a free consult with you. And then they become a customer. That's your journey.
Okay.
And what you do is you have to set up a series of emails. Now, I have this PDF I'm going to email you afterwards.
Okay.
It talks about, I'm writing it down. It's from Bobby. And it talks about adding personality, because you're a guy with personality. And it talks about adding personality to your emails.
Okay.
And so basically the way the emails work is the first set of emails are pre-set up, meaning you set it up day 1, day 3, day 7. It's automated and you write them once and they're done.
Okay.
And that you can do. I don't know if Squarespace allows you to do that. If not, you can use. Okay. So you can set those up. So basically someone gets your free information pack.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get those, let's say 10 emails every 2 or 3 days. And what you go through in those emails is a little bit about you, about your journey, about your schooling, about why you like doing this, about, you know, stuff like that. In this book, it talks about it. But the cool then after that, you send them one email a week. Okay. And that's the email that you have to write. And basically in that email, maybe you'll tell them about a podcast you're on, maybe you'll tell them about a patient client experience. But the cool thing is you tend to tell stories. Like, for example, this is something I'm just learning to do, so you'll be ahead of me. What you do is you say, okay, today I'm going to talk to you about how to cook healthier using avocado oil or something like that. But before I do that, let me tell you a story. And then you tell them a story about any dumb thing that you want, because that's what people really like, is the stories.
Right.
You can tell them the dumb time that you heated up the avocado oil too much and it turned on the smoke detector and, you know, other things like that. And after you tell them that, and you go back and tell them about the avocado oil. But and that's the way that these emails are written. And I'll send you this book. I couldn't put the book down. It was like 300 pages, but it really, like, it made sense finally of like how to write these emails that are interesting to read versus just crap that everyone else sends.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So
we're
not being boring is the key.
well, I can invite him to my awesome YouTube channel that I'm going to have.
Yep.
Because we're going to do a session. It's called the summer session, and we're going to do it at our campground in the summer, myself and my wife. And it's going to be all about healthy eating and healthy living and all that stuff that you can do while camping.
Yeah, you know, I think like having one media, like having like 2 offers, and then having one media like YouTube, and then your email. So if you don't do something dumb like I did, where I like do YouTube and then a podcast and all this other stuff at once, I would just pick one media that you're good at.
We're gonna definitely do YouTube. I went through, like, YouTube has there's a couple of guys on there that actually do a video on how to edit their videos and how to go through and set everything up. And I went through and watched it all. So
good. I would do YouTube. I did this one from Tim Schmoyer. I paid $197 for it. Yeah. It's 30 days, and it's called a 30-day boot camp. It was way worth the money because he walks you step by step how to do everything, and it's really, really good course.
Tim Schwaber?
Schmoyer.
Schmoyer,
I think his name is. And but it was really worth the money. And I'm only on day like 20 because it's taken me 6 months to get through 30 days.
Oh, really?
Just because, because I'm working, I'm doing it between patients, you know. Yeah. But I think that's great. So tell me, what else have you done?
Well, I've besides my my website, I set up my Google so that I can, when you go to Google and you Google it, I pop up on the right hand.
You Google my business.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's set up. Facebook. There's a Facebook page, which I'm finished now with. I just finished it. Same thing with Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. I have all that stuff set up.
Now, I would recommend, okay, when you start, pick one of those. Otherwise you're going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do Facebook.
I would almost ignore the other ones initially until you get Facebook up and running. Why? Because Facebook allows you to do Facebook groups, which is going to work really good for you.
Right.
You're going to have, like, I don't know if it'll be a free group, and on there is where you're going to talk about your cooking shows, all your other stuff, and you're going to put the other content into that Facebook group that's free. Mm-hmm. And then your paid stuff is somewhere else. So I think that method's going to work really good for you.
Yeah. Okay, good. So let me ask you a question. Before I actually leave my website live, will you actually have time to go through it and maybe look at it and tell me?
Yeah. Send me the link and the login or whatever I need.
It's just a link.
What's the link? Tell me it.
So my link is whole, the word whole, 16-8.com.
16 whole 16
dash whole 16-8.com. Stop it.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
So
that's my
let's
website.
let me share my screen here so everyone can see it if I share this with someone. Okay. Can you see that?
I can.
Okay.
And just tell me what you think. I mean, I'm just
So
curious.
let's go over it together. So whole.
You can click on all that stuff too.
Okay, that's the first thing. I didn't know that.
So I gotta put something in there that says click on it.
Dakota package, mountain package. I think it's hard to see the with the image behind here. It's hard to see these letters. They don't pop out that much.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that too. Those are all my animals.
Yeah, I would keep it a lot simpler. This is a lot of stuff here.
Yeah,
I don't. I really like your logo.
that's my logo. Yes.
I like that. I like it because it's 16/8, which is a type of fasting period.
Right.
It's just a little overwhelming when I look at it right now because of like you have your biography. I guess I can see it now. Biography pops up, fasting pops up, keto, why donate, and then the free consultation. I'm just trying to think here. So let's go into this now. Packages. And these are kind of like your packages that you have. Okay, takes a little while to load. Then these are the different, the dog
And you
packages.
click on the packages, and then it tells you what's there. There you go.
Good. So
And then you
8-week coaching.
Yeah, you can add it to the cart, and it tells you below the package that as soon as you add it to the cart and pay, I will send an intake form via email, and we'll schedule
How
a
do you get
consult.
this? How do you get the CVS gift card?
Huh?
How do you give away a CVS gift card?
I go and buy a CVS gift card.
Okay, I thought maybe you got it for free or some like swap thing.
No.
So you're giving them
Go and buy
$100. You're giving them $100 off.
Yes.
I'm looking here. So that's the packages.
Yep.
Cook with the coach. And that's your schedule.
And then you click on the schedule, and it takes you to Calendly.
Oh, good. That's nice.
I'm probably gonna skip the anonymous talk. I was gonna do like a Eaters Anonymous thing one night a week.
Yeah, in terms of, I like this one, cook with the coach. I like this. I like the free consultation. I would get rid of this one. I would only have 2 options
Okay.
because the anonymous talk is the same as the consultation.
Right.
And you could even
Well,
change.
the anonymous talk was a group.
Okay.
It's set up for a group of 10.
Yeah, you can make that later. I would, and you can on Calendly, like the only people who are going to be part of your anonymous talk are the ones you invite to it later.
Okay.
The real what you want. And I don't know if you want to call it a consultation. You might want to call it a 30-minute chat or something else like that. But only having these 2 options, you can still keep this one on Calendly, but you leave it unpublic and you just share it with them later on.
Okay.
But I really like the way it links into Calendly. I really like that.
Yes, I thought that was cool. That was the talk again, and you can go in and schedule it.
Okay.
So I'll bump that out for now.
You have the charts.
Yeah, the charts are, so I created some charts. I have the autophagy chart, a life fasting app that you can use. It's not my app, it's the life fasting app that you can click on it. It'll take you right to it. Takes you to the external site.
Okay. Then you have the blog, which isn't there. Then you have the podcast.
Not yet.
And so, and then you have the contact.
So I'm going to get rid of the whole 16/8 anonymous.
Okay. You know what I would do, but this is just, I'm at a different phase right now because I've wasted more than my fair share on this type of stuff because I just waste time on it.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to Fiverr.com And this is designed in what's it called?
This is Squarespace.
So Squarespace site design Fiverr. Now I know this sounds like it's a cop-out,
Yeah.
but you can pay someone $250,
Yeah.
and basically they can make it look good. Because I think you have the content there, but I really suck at design.
Okay.
And they can streamline it to, like, I would streamline your thing to maybe at most 3 pages. You don't need that many pages.
Okay.
And so if I were you, what I would do, and so the way I look for these gigs on Fiverr is basically you look for someone that's doing it, and you don't want to go someone super cheap, right? But what you want to do is you want to look at how many jobs he did. 135 jobs at a 5-star rating. This person does 55 at a 5-star. And so what I would do, and I think 250 is a good price. So let's say you picked this guy, build, design, or redesign. So basically they're going to redesign your site and they're going to make it look pretty. Okay. You have to tell them what you want, but basically they'll design 4 standard pages for a startup business for $250. So you have the content, you just need to have them design it. So what you'll do with this is you find another website that you like. Yeah. And like you say, I kind of model it after this one, and can you just design it? And they'll ask you for the content, the keyword content. That's what I would do if I were you.
Okay.
Because I'm really bad, and because $250 is cheap. Because for me, what I really struggle with is the design portion. Like, I don't know how to use that designer within Squarespace, and I waste hours and hours and hours on it. Whereas the most important part is the content and what your offers are.
Okay.
So anyway, you didn't ask for that, but that's what my recommendation is.
No, that's good. That's good. I like that.
I'll send you this link afterwards.
Okay.
So that's the website. What else did I talk about when I talked about Google My Business. I talked about emails. I talked about anything else we talked about that I gave you your homework?
Well, the automated emails, that one.
Which you haven't started yet, but Squarespace does it for you, right? They automate them for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Squarespace sets everything up, which is kind of cool. And I think I chose it because it's pretty easy to use.
Yeah.
It breaks down and gives you analytics of traffic and everything that's on your website. And
what I would say is I would get that website up as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Like, pay someone $250, have them do it. It'll save you tons of time trying to design stuff. And really, and another thing that they do is when you pay someone to do it is they make you clarify your thinking. They're going to be like, okay, they're going to be saying, like, there's these 4 pages. What do you want on the pages, and what do you want them to look like? So you give them examples of other websites you see. I like this color scheme. If I were you, I know you want to put your dogs on there, but no one else. I know you, and I know you have dogs, but most people don't care about your dogs. They care about losing weight.
Okay.
So I'm being kind of brutally honest, but because I'm the same way. I want to put my kids on my website, but no one likes my kids except me. Other people might like my kids, but we have to put what's the whole focus is here for you to develop a coaching class.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
And then in terms of the emails, your homework for next week, I want you to read that book I'm going to send you. And I want you to do your there's a couple of emails. One is your introduction email where it introduces them to you and tells a story about basically your fasting experience. And it might be a fasting experience over because it might take 3 emails to explain. You might want to talk about what you were like before, what happened to you and what you're like now. And it explains it all in this book. So you're going to write those 3 emails. And then this other guy talks about some other types of emails. So I think total your email sequence should be about 6 emails to start. And then from there, then they start getting your weekly email on whatever you're going to be teaching them or whatever stories you're going to be telling.
Okay.
So that's your homework for our next talk.
So one before.
And I'll send you the book by Bobby. It's a PDF.
Yeah.
And he does it for entrepreneurs, but basically you just kind of model his style of typing them. And I usually type them in like a, whatever you want to do, Google Docs or a Word document, do email 1, email 2. And then from there, then you can copy and paste them into your email provider, that Squarespace.
Okay.
But write them somewhere else so you can send them to me. And so the goal then, let's say I give you 2 weeks to do this. You have your emails written, your website is done. Then I just review those emails, you put them in your sequence, and then you start basically trying to get people to give away your free stuff. That's what you want to do. And then that'll build your list. And then next time we'll talk about how to start doing your weekly emails, like what you're going to talk about.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So
we need to set up another time for next week or 2 weeks?
I would do 2 weeks, because it's probably going to take a good 2 weeks to write those emails. And then to get the new website done.
Okay. So I go back to your Calendly and,
Yeah, just pick a different time.
okay. All right. So this is homework.
And get rid of that one Calendly offer, that hidden group.
Yeah.
Once again, I have the same problem, and I'm just trying to help you, because I tend to complicate things.
Yeah.
And only because I'm seeing on the outside am I able to simplify. So your offer should only be a cooking class or a consult with you. That's it.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
basically,
I get that down.
and basically your cooking class, in my opinion, if you're doing, is it weekly?
The cooking class was weekly, every Tuesday.
In my opinion, your content strategy should be, you record a cooking class once a week. You're recording it. You're doing it live, but you're recording it. And you're doing some teaching during that cooking class. Once it's recorded, that's going to be your email content for the week, is you share that cooking class and the content you're talking about in the beginning of the cooking class. So it's a cooking class, but you're going to give them tips in the beginning, then we're going to cook. Every week you give them some tips and you cook. That's the easiest way to develop weekly content.
Okay. Sounds
If I were
good.
you, that's what I would do. Because the biggest struggle for people is cooking. And one of the days it might not be cooking. It might be going to the supermarket class or something else. You know what I'm saying? But same thing.
Write stuff down. Sorry, I'm writing stuff down.
No.
All right, and then journey, so the emails. So that's 3 emails. All right, so I'll go into 2 weeks to set up Calendly. And your Calendly is what?
I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is good stuff. I think we're going to be good. I think simplifying down the social sites down to just focusing on Facebook is good. I think automated emails is going to be good. And as far as my video goes, I think instead of doing the podcast right now, I'm going to focus on the YouTube, because my wife is actually super excited about doing the YouTube one.
That's great. You do it in your kitchen, you film it, you'll get better. It'll suck in the beginning, but you'll get better with time. And then you're filming it for your live cooking class, and then you put it online on YouTube afterwards, and then you send out an email telling them about that. That's your marketing strategy.
Right. Yeah, we'd like to do so when we go to our campground, we'd like to do like grilling out, healthy grilling.
Yeah.
I have a grill and a Blackstone and all kinds of stuff, and we've been following some people on YouTube and what they do and how they do it, and I kind of want to be right out there with. I know part of the whole YouTube thing is you got to make them interesting.
You got to tell a story. That's where I think in the beginning of your cooking session, if you could tell them a story or teach them something or inspire them some way.
Oh, I'll inspire them. Don't worry. We'll be good.
Good. Okay. Well, keep up the good work. Okay, Joe?
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, buddy. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Hey guys, well, this last week, as you just heard, I was talking to Joe. Joe is doing a health coaching kind of course, interested in intermittent fasting and ketogenic diets and things like that. So that's what I'm helping him with. So basically the recap is he's trying to do way too much, kind of like I do, and just trying to simplify, to have one offer, one streamlined course for his patients to go either get a cooking class from him or actually come in, talk to him. And then from there, they can filter down and become clients, paid clients. And I also recommended, like his design was horrible, kind of like mine is. And so I just pay someone to set that up from Fiverr for $250. It saves a lot of time. It clarifies your thinking, and then it's done. And then the idea of having his cooking class as the method of creating content. So what's the one thing that you can do kind of every week that you like to do? His is cooking, because you do a video. Mine is my patient presentation. So I do a weekly presentation recording, and I kind of share things with it. And that's the creation of my podiatry content. Okay, once again, hope this was helpful. What originally inspired this is I gave him my 30-day practice blueprint. So if you guys did not download that, I would recommend it. I talk about a lot of these video creation techniques and stuff like that. Okay, guys, thanks.